It's that time of the year where we start to make promises about how this time things will be different. We tell ourselves we're gonna go to the gym 4 times a week, we're gonna eat healthier, and finally start that thing we've always wanted to do. But then, fast forward 365 days, and we realize we didn't do any of those things. Now, am I saying that happened this year? I don't know. All I know is that we can make a commitment to ourselves to make every day a fresh start. And if not every day, at least every month, and we can do it together. So welcome to my 2024 monthly reset videos. Good morning, happy Saturday. I am taking you on a monthly reset. And honestly, I wish I had a whole day to do this, but it's looking like I got half a day because we have a friends miss at 4 and it's already 10, and then I'm going to yoga right now. So gotta start doing my errands, cleaning the house, reflections, goals, all that good stuff within the next few hours. But I think we can get it done. You know, positive thinking. I'm also going to LA tomorrow too. So I'm hoping that I can get most of the cleaning done today so that when I come home January 1st after LA, I just feel a little bit better about, you know, my life. So we're gonna get it done. First, we're gonna start with some yoga, so let's get to it. Yoga done. It's 11:51, it's lunchtime. I'm just gonna clean up the house a little bit, do the rest of my laundry, and see how much we can get done.
Make me sweat, make me harder, make me lose my breath, make me water.
The next day.
It's time to sit down, reflect on last month, set new goals, do a financial check-in, all of that good stuff that we'll be doing together. And maybe you guys can take some ideas from how I'm doing my goals, but I will give you guys a little sneak peek to my new Notion that I built out for 2024. Excited to share this with you guys. The way I like to describe this year's Notion is it's a little bit more simple, it's clean, it's everything I need, and it's definitely for the productive lazy girls. If you're anything like me, who you love productivity, but there are days when you're a little lazy and you don't need all of that other stuff to go into your Notion. For me, I use Notion for everyday type of things, for keeping me on track on life events, and to remind me what my goals are. I will be releasing that video soon, so make sure you keep a lookout, and of course you guys will have access to download my Notion Hub once that comes out. So here is the home page of my Notion, and you can see that I have my 2024 monthly goals and yearly goals at the very top to remind myself of what I'm striving to hit for that month and that year. But we'll actually dive straight into the goal planning board. So here are all of my monthly goals for this month. And without getting into much detail about this, because I do want to save it for the Notion tour video, essentially I listed out all of my goals that I've wanted to complete this year or within the next 2-3 years, and the hope is that with my yearly goals I'll have monthly goals that align with each of these areas. So ideally, and I'm sure there'll be one-off instances, but ideally I would like the monthly goals that I have to align with one of the kind of, I'll call it umbrella goals that I have for the year. So for example, for career, this month in December, my goal was to finish my Figma training, and that aligns with spending 1 hour a week dedicated to learning about UI UX design. I've completed that with that training, so those kind of go hand in hand. Of course, quarterly we'll go in and we'll say, okay, actually this goal, I thought this was something I wanted to complete in 2024, but now to see where my life's projecting, that's no longer a goal that I want to pursue, and that's okay. Your goals, again, should be as fluid as you are. So these yearly goals will likely change and will look very different at the end of 2024, but this is how I foresee, or things I want to accomplish when the year ends. And my monthly goals are like the steps and small things and actions I'm going to take every single month to get there. Another thing you'll notice too is that this year I don't have a relationship bucket. I think it's really important when you are writing out your goals that you have at least 5, maybe less or more depending on the things you want to focus and prioritize. But anything that I want to do and improve on with my relationships and my connections with people, I can put within personal. So that's kind of how I thought about it this year. But one thing I definitely should have added was my career. So this year, at least I know that I have a better vision of where my career is going in 2024, and I have a bucket to help me do those developmental things that I need to do in order to really succeed in my role. For monthly goals, you can see here that I have finished my Figma training. That's something that has been done, and that was honestly a small win, and it's been so beneficial in helping me learn how to use Figma a little bit better. For finance, my goal was to do no spending outside of gifts and plan lunch and dinners with my friends. That obviously didn't happen. I did do some shopping for myself, and we'll review that a little bit later in our financial check-in, but I did go through all of the goals that I want to complete for 2024. I have a list of all the financial short-term and long-term goals that I want to save for, so that's really exciting. I think I'll definitely review that with you guys soon. I have another planned video to do an updated payday routine, so make sure you guys keep an eye out for that video as well. For social, I had one goal, which was just to create and to take the pressure off of myself and make whatever makes me happy. I think you can really see that with my short form content. So I've been posting more TikToks, Reels, YouTube Shorts, and honestly, those have been, I wouldn't say they're low effort, but they're a lot less effort than creating long form videos on YouTube. If you've ever created a video for YouTube, there's a lot that goes into it, a lot more than you see on camera and this being filmed. So doing those more short form content videos have just made me a little bit more happier and creative again, and it makes me want to dive deeper into it a little bit more. So I've kind of found my motivation again to start up and just be more consistent with my social media. For health and wellness, I had 2, which I completed. One was following my morning routines. If you watched my December reset, you know that I've implemented 3 different morning routines and I'm trying to keep up with them. Although it was a little wonky because I went home for Christmas, so I was taking it a little bit lighter, not being so hard on myself during that time there, and just spending time with my family because my routine is a little bit different when I'm not home. I've also been drinking 90 ounces of water a day. And then personal, revamped my Notion for 2024, created my new vision board, and then I also finished and enjoyed reading The Midnight Library. That has been a really good book and I would definitely recommend it. Now, looking into January, I wrote this out already, but here are all of my new goals. For career, it's the learning, it's the training, it's the education. So again, dedicating 1 hour a week to Figma training, that's something I'm trying to do. For finance, I want to this month set up a meeting with a lender to get an understanding of where I'm at financially and what I need to do in order to get to my first investment property. I think we all talk about wanting to own real estate, wanting to buy a home, but it's kind of hard to do that when you don't know where your numbers are at or what you can afford. You're probably closer to buying a home than you think, but you'll never know until you sit down with someone and talk about it. So another goal is I'm going to Hawaii, which is going to be really fun, but I do want to keep my spending when I'm there under $800, and that's not including the hotel, car, and flight. But in tandem with that, I want to stay under all of my guilt-free spending categories. Now for social, This month I want to post at least 2 short form videos on those 3 platforms. I think that's pretty doable. I might post more, who knows, but I'm gonna keep it there for now, and then we'll up it every year once I get into like a flow. So I wrote this one out: plan and execute on all Hawaii social content. I think what I really mean with this is that in Hawaii and when I travel, I want to make more content, and so hopefully shooting long form video and reusing that video for short form content. So I want to be able to, before I go on my Hawaii trip, sit down and think about the shot list that I need to capture all the things I would need for long form content and short form content, and then execute on that, and we'll see how that goes. And then I think with that, this one kind of goes hand in hand with the 2 goals that I have, which is to thoroughly plan out all my content, to make filming days when I'm out there more efficient, productive, a little bit less stressful. Going in with a game plan, knowing what I need in order to come out with that feeling a little bit more prepared. Because I feel like in 2023, one of the reasons making content was so stressful is because I wasn't prepared when I sat down and I filmed. Didn't really know where I was going. And sometimes that's okay, and I'm learning how to be more efficient in my process and learning where my bottlenecks are, where my obstacles are, and how I can grow from that. So there's a lot in my social category that I just want to execute on, and that I know I can do, and that is helpful for other people. Because at the end of the day, if you want to create social media content, know that you definitely can, and know that 2024 is your year to do it. I don't think the market's saturated. I think that you will find your community of people who love your content, and you just have to continue to do it and push through the times where you feel like you're not doing well or you can't do it. Because I'll be honest with you guys, it sucks when you put out a video that you work so hard on and the views don't match the effort. And at the end of the day, it's learning, it's growing, it's still continuing to do it, because you don't know if you'll inspire 1 person or 100 people. At the end of the day, if you're making it for yourself, that's all that matters. So that's my social content. And then for health and wellness, I want to basically work out 4 times a week, whether that's yoga, going on a run, strength and training. I got a walking pad. If you followed my Instagram, I put a story on, but I put that on my Christmas list and I got it. Thank you, Auntie J, for that. But my goal is to now hit 10,000 steps 3 times a week. It should be an everyday thing, but mind you, my daily average was 5,000. So girl's just slowly getting into walking every day. But hopefully, since I have that walking pad, I can implement a new routine for myself to get on it, and making it a little bit more accessible for me to work from home, but also to make sure that my wellness and all that good stuff is also in check. So that's a goal. And then with that, use the walking pad at least an hour a day. And for personal, want to follow my morning routines based on my mood. That's a goal that I'm continuing to do for the past 2 months, and then read 5 pages a day. So nothing too crazy. These goals may seem like a lot to me now, but now looking back and reflecting on them after I've written them out, there are some that kind of go hand in hand, so shouldn't be super crazy. So one more thing before I go into my financial check-in. One thing that I do want to just share with you guys quickly that I'm going to start implementing in January is this habit tracker. So this habit tracker is full of habits that I want to build throughout 2024. I don't anticipate these habits changing too much in 2024 because they're habits that I've been trying to build since 2023, and this way it's a little bit more systematic. What's really cool about it too is that I have a chart to track it all. So if you go into my calendar, you'll see that I have all of these 9 habits here, and all I have to do every day is just go in, check what I have, what I haven't done. And then what's really awesome is, for example, let's say it looks like something like that. Come January, I have this habit chart here that shows me like how I'm doing throughout the days. So I'm excited to use this in January as well, because I feel like last year I tried to make my own habit tracker and it just didn't work the way I needed it to. So this one's a little bit better. So yeah, that's something to look forward to in my Notion hub. But now that we got everything done in Notion, let's get into Copilot. You guys know me. I've been talking about this app for the past 3 months. I think I'm going on my 4th month now, and I can still attest this is one of my favorite financial apps that I've ever used. Next year, they just mentioned that they're going to launch a new savings tracker, which that's just going to be the best functionality ever, because it's the only thing that I think that this app is currently missing. Other than that, I think it hits the point in me trying to understand where I'm at financially every single month. Does it in a way that makes sense. It's not cluttered, it's simple, it's clean, it's easy, and I just love this. I love this app so much. But yeah, going into December finances, I know for a lot of people, and maybe this is just me speaking at my ass, but I know for myself, looking at my December finances can feel a little bit rough, because it's that time of the year where you just spend more than you need to, and that's why having a Christmas fund, I think sinking fund, is so important and will just help you out tremendously when you are buying presents. But it's still, it's still a little hard to see when you're going through your finances and you're not used to seeing your monthly spending twice as much as you typically would spend in a month. But that's okay. We know there's a reason why. And the good thing about it too is that you bought people you love gifts, and even though it's not necessarily about the gifts, it's about the gesture and making sure people feel loved. But gifts are always nice as well. Going into that, this is my dashboard for this month. We'll start off with income. I feel like this month I did pretty well. I got 3 brand partnerships, which were amazing, and it was paid out. So an extra $300, $400, I'll take it. And also some Christmas money as well on top of my work paychecks. So I feel like I did pretty well. Obviously, when we go into this number though, I did spend more than I made. But again, I had a sinking fund for Christmas, so I can't keep that into play when it comes to my expenses. I wish there was a way to see that within Copilot. Now, if we go into my top categories, a lot in the red, but essentials in the green, and guilt-free eating out, which eating out has been, I feel like, a big thing for me lately. This month, we're actually under budget. So I'm just gonna give myself a round of applause because we did good this month. But if we go into essentials, a few things that I want to point out that I think I'm just proud of financially this month, or things that I can work on. Paid off my iPhone 15. I think I said I was going to wait until the New Year's and after the holiday season to do that, but I kind of was like, you know what, I just want to tackle all the debt that I have before 2024 begins, so just went ahead and paid off my phone bill. I can go into 2024 feeling a little bit more refreshed and knowing that is taken care of. Groceries, we were under. It helps being home because your parents just love you so much and they take care of you and they make sure you eat. Healthcare this month, I had to buy my contacts from Kaiser, so it was $180 for a 3-month supply. So if anyone knows anywhere cheaper, please let me know because I would love to save money in that area. Transportation. Good thing about transportation is I barely used my car this month. The only thing is that I spent a lot of money on Lyfts and Ubers because we were going out. There's a lot of things we just had to pay for, but I'll take it. So that's everything for essentials and living. I feel like everything else is pretty much on par and what I'm used to seeing. For guilt-free shopping, obviously gift and presents from what was left over in my sinking fund, which is $500, spent a little bit more. I think that kind of goes hand in hand with my miscellaneous and home spending categories. I have like a Dollar Tree where I spent money for decorating our work holiday party, and then also we bought Christmas cards to send out to our friends and family, which is the first year that we did that. So now for shopping, I definitely did a lot of impulse shopping this month, but I will say for impulse shopping, $47 is not terrible. The money I spent here, I spent towards a new toner that I really wanted, and then I also got myself a new crossbody bag because the one that I had broke. I think those were very smart purchases. Now going into personal care every single month is obviously a lot. This month is especially a lot because I got a facial. She was $220, which is expensive, but for someone who wants to prioritize skincare in 2024, I think this was money well spent. The one caveat with that I would say is that if I want to do it again in the future, I want to save up for it. The laser I'm doing it a little bit more infrequently, so it's every 8 weeks now. It's not a reoccurring thing that we see every month now. It's every 8 weeks, so it'll be like every other month we'll see this come up. Night out was another one I can definitely relax on, but I know the big reason that this one was so expensive was because I spent $100. We met up with a friend when I was back home. It's been a very long time since I've seen him, and so we're just catching up, and it was also his birthday month, and so I was like, you know what, let me be a good friend and I'll pay for our drinks. One subscription I did want to call out that's not a reoccurring subscription is Descript. One thing I'm trying to implement in my social workflow is utilizing AI. So Descript is like a way to edit your videos, so without going clip by clip, I can just look at the transcript and cut out every single word that I don't want, and then it automatically edits the video for me. So that's everything for my spending in December. That pretty much wraps up today's video. I hope this was insightful. I hope this sparked something in you to get things together for the new year. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys stay safe this New Year's and you do all the things that you finally said that you wanted to do. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Love you. Bye.